Hello, everyone. Marty Chinesky here, and we're back with your local sports wrap-up. My buddy here, Ken Brown. How was your week, sir? Haven't seen you in a week. Haven't talked to you at all. What's going on in Ken Brown's life?
Oh, man, it's busy. It's busy. Running around. Wyandotte Little League basketball started, so I got to see some really good games this weekend. My son's playing over there. He got an and one bucket. I should have brought it for Caroline to put up.
You have it filmed?
Yeah, I filmed it. I just caught the free throw. I didn't catch the shot, but it was good. But other than that, man, running around, doing some stuff with the kids, making sure they're busy and becoming positive and productive citizens. What about you?
My week, pretty busy week with bowling and everything. Then I had to patch some of the roof on my shop, and that beat me up. I'm an old man. I should have farmed that one out. That was a mistake. Yeah, we had bowling today. We won a match. Last week we lost both our matches by barely, 16-14, 17-13. I had two girls out sick.
Okay.
Today they were both back. We won. It makes a difference. One had strep. She said, I asked her, like swallowing crushed glass, Oh, yeah, she says. But I was on antibiotics, little ninth grader, I said, yeah, that's what they do. They put you on that stuff and hope you heal. But, yeah, they had them back today. We won. We're 7-8 now.
Okay.
I get this team to 500. We got 3 more matches left. Let's get them to 10-8.
That's right.
And then take our chances at the regional.
You guys had the opportunity to bowl against Lincoln Park today?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Ellie Eisenegger led the way for my team. Had about 320 for 2 games. Shot a buck 50, buck 70, somewhere in there, And she was the best thing we had. And then the one girl, Megan, that was sick, she came back and had a new bowling ball. And it was knocking down pins. That was good.
Yeah.
So boys are game back, I believe, or there's a 3-way tie for first. I think Jerry told me now everybody's got 2 losses because the boys lost back-to-back days last week, knocked them right out of contention. But all of a sudden on our bye week, the 2 teams, it worked out. So now there's 3 teams with 2 losses on the boys' side, and Woodhaven. Crolac and the girls, they're gonna win it all. He's locked up. He's 3 games ahead. He's locked up a tie for the league championship. So good for him. I congratulate you, Justin Crolac.
Yeah. What about the young lady that came with Crolac that day?
Oh, Kim Sisk?
Yeah.
They're Carlson girl. They took care of us last week. Her boys are in the hunt. They're one of the 3 teams tied at the top. So that's going to play out in 3 more matches, I would think. I would have the feeling that they're going to bowl each other and something's going to happen. And then the last week is position round. So first they'll play second. Or if they're tied with 2 losses, it goes to the team that's knocked down the most pins. So it does keep track of that, and it's important that you keep knocking down pins even if you're out of a match, because you never know.
That's right.
That's the #1 tiebreaker.
That's right.
We shall see what happens. Where do you want to go first, sir? Basketball?
I love hoops.
You love hoops. Yeah, you got your kid doing it.
Yeah.
You girls both play?
Kennedy played basketball. They both played through middle school, so at Wilson. But then Caleb, wintertime, she didn't play basketball. She stuck with volleyball and softball. And
no, it paid off for her. She's pitching in college.
Yeah,
so.
it worked out. Has a way of working like that. Yeah. So.
They kind of gravitate towards what they like. You can't teach passion. It just comes.
Sure.
I was passionate about 2 things, baseball and bowling. And I was pretty proficient in both.
And
to an extent.
And you're still doing the bowling and passing that knowledge to kids, which is phenomenal.
It's, yes.
How'd the boys do on the hardwood this week?
I got the league standings here, and what I will say is Lincoln Park, as of this, was leading 8-3, and Edsel Ford's 8-4. Lincoln Park's overall record's 12-4. Our Wyandotte boys are 3-8 and in 8th place. But over the weekend, Southgate, who was on a 5-game winning streak, took down Lincoln Park.
Nice.
And then Woodhaven won, and that catapulted them at 8-2 to the top of the league. So now Woodhaven's on top. Lincoln Park's in a close second. Edsel Ford's third. And then it goes Southgate, who is, like I said, they're on a 5-game winning streak. So the Downriver League, they beat the Titans, and then that's why they jumped back on top. So there's a lot still to go. Basketball, about another month before they start all the regional stuff in the states, and they go with districts, pre-districts, all that.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a chance now.
And that's good, man. Any given Sunday.
You could have a hurt guy, in basketball, and then he gets back right before all the competition, and he starts popping in 25, 30 a game, and you start winning. That could happen.
Yeah.
He could be out with a knee injury right now.
Yeah, or a kid could have transferred. Now they didn't play till January, so now that team's revving up. Or maybe a kid, when we were in school, that kid became eligible after the break, after the Christmas, and now they're coming back. So you got a really good team now. So there's a lot of positive things going on.
And on the girls' side, Trenton is 9-0 in basketball on the girls' side, and Woodhaven is a close second. They are 8-1. And Carlson, and then it goes Carlson. Our Wyandotte girls are 5-3 in the league, and they're in 4th place. So they're competing.
Yeah.
Trenton. Woodhaven's 8-1. Trenton's 9-0. So we know who Woodhaven lost to.
Yeah. So it's at the top. Top heavy. You got 9-0, 8-1.
7-3. Carlson.
No, so Wyandotte's right there in the middle. They win 2 games. They can replace Carlson.
Yeah.
We talked a lot last week about Madison Hamilton being the coach, and that's real good. That's good that she's there, and looks like she's got them competing, 5-3.
That's all you ask.
That's right.
You ask for them to compete.
Yeah. Well, this week in girls basketball, over the last week, Edsel Ford and Allen Park played to a 22-17. That was a win by Dearborn Edsel Ford. Wyandotte girls actually beat up on Lincoln Park 40-11. What's Lincoln Park's record?
1-7.
Yeah.
1-7 Lincoln Park Rails.
Yeah,
My alma mater.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah, it was 40-11. Woodhaven doubled up on Southgate 56-28. And then Trenton beat Taylor 46-21. And that's why they're undefeated in the conference. The other games this week that'll take place on February 6th, Allen Park will play Lincoln Park. Woodhaven will play Taylor. Carlson plays Edsel Ford. Southgate gets Wyandotte. Wyandotte gets Southgate, however you want to say it. And then Trenton will take that undefeated mark to New Boston Huron. So we'll see what that's all about. And then on the 8th, Allen Park plays Trenton. Edsel Ford plays Southgate. They snuck Ecorse in here. Ecorse will play Lincoln Park.
Interesting.
And then Carlson will play Taylor. And then I guess an interesting note, if you're going to the game, is Woodhaven and Wyandotte actually play on the 9th, which is a Friday. Everybody else plays on Thursday.
Yeah, they got them on the boys' side too. That Woodhaven and Wyandotte will be competing on at 7 p.m. And the same thing with the Wyandotte and Southgate on the 6th. On the boys' side, they'll be playing at 6. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Look, I mean, you're going to get a chance to play the better teams here. Southgate and Woodhaven, they are just in front of Wyandotte. Like I said, you can tell by the scores where the teams kind of stand.
Yeah.
There's no surprise with that. And then River Rouge took it on the chin against Pontiac Notre Dame Prep on the 2nd, a couple days ago, last Friday. Notre Dame Prep hit 16 threes. 16 three-pointers and 89-76. So those teams are running and gunning, okay?
Yeah.
They're scoring. That's 160 points there between 2 teams.
Yeah,
you look at some of these other scores, and it's 42-20.
Yeah, I think they hit the over on that one.
Yeah, they did. And that was February 2nd at Notre Dame Prep. So the Pontiac boys were on their home court, and they were launching the threes. I'd be curious, 16 threes out of how many attempts? That'd be interesting to wonder.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I bet you
50%.
32.
Yeah, that's 50%. Just get it, and them shooters will shoot the ball.
Yeah.
And even if they missed 11 straight, it goes into that shooter's hand. He ain't looking to pass.
No, he's trying to get a shot up. But I even look at it like 89-76. That's a good game, especially if somebody hits 16 threes.
Yeah.
I mean, 48 of their points came from three-pointers. So, like you said, depending on how many shots they took, they were hot. So the rims were friendly. Obviously they were at home, so they knew those rims.
I like that. Rims are friendly. See, you gotta talk me up on my basketball.
Now the best basketball news that we have, Miss Caroline's got some film on it. The best basketball news, we had Lincoln Park United basketball team versus Wyandottes team. Unified. Unified. You can see we had an opportunity to do that game last year, and it was phenomenal to see those kids get out there and get a chance to play. You can see them taking it up court. It's it's boys and girls, so it's co-ed. But they get an opportunity to play.
And they're mostly special needs kids, and they get an opportunity to play basketball, and they get a crowd cheering them on.
Yeah, and it's right there during the middle of between the girls' game and the boys' game. So you're right, there's a crowd there. Everybody's cheering for them. They're helping each other. It was a great thing to see last year. As you can see, he's taking somebody to the hole there. 25, there he is. He's out ahead of the break.
I like it.
Yeah. So the coaches and other kids were really, supportive. So, way to go. That's probably the best basketball we've seen. I don't know what the score was. It looks like
I don't think it's relevant.
Yeah,
I don't think the score matters because you just the kids are out there because they can be.
That's right.
And sometimes it takes a sport like that to snap a kid out of his shell. You get these kids that they're stuck in something. You get them out on the court, and it opens them up.
Yeah.
They crawl out of their hole,
Yeah.
and then they all of a sudden they think they find some passion to something they like to do, and then when can we go to basketball next? When can we go to basketball next?
It's all about building
give them
confidence.
a reason, right?
Yeah,
give them a
self-esteem.
reason to be here.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. It's actually how I started working my job. I worked with a program called CircleNet, was working with special needs kids. So I had an opportunity to be up close and personal with kids that maybe they didn't talk, or maybe they, and basically we were at Big Brothers Big Sisters. We had to take them, they weren't getting placed. So the workers would take them out to events. So that was my first Red Wing game, taking a CircleNet kid, or going to the Pistons game. You just take them out on outings so that they get a chance to experience it. It was a phenomenal experience. Made me stay in the nonprofit world for 25 years.
No kidding.
Yeah, so heads up, hearts out for, was it Lincoln Unified?
Yes.
Lincoln Park Unified.
And they played a Wyandotte team.
Yeah, they play
so
Wyandotte.
Wyandotte obviously has enough kids to field their own.
Yeah.
I
good.
like it.
I love it.
We'll have to look for the next time they get together and post it.
I think they hit the over, too.
You think they hit the over, too.
Yeah.
I like the way you think. What do we got going here? Wrestling news? What do you got in front of you? Hockey? Let's do hockey.
a little hockey.
Let's do hockey.
All right.
No freezing the ice rink these days.
No.
It's too warm out.
I disagree. Anyway, Carlson and Divine Child played each other. It looks like Divine Child beat Carlson 3-2. And they're also having parent night at RHS on February 7th for hockey. The hockey team's having parent night. And I guess that makes a lot of sense, right? It costs a lot of money to play hockey, so you better thank those parents.
Oh, without a doubt.
So,
They usually walk them out on the ice or meet them right at, I think they put a carpet down and they walk the parents down, give the moms flowers, take them out in the middle of the ice. They stand there. I know they do that in volleyball also. Parents suffer. They don't suffer, but parents put up a lot. In hockey, man, there's some get up at 5 o'clock and get to rinks that are 2 hours away for tournaments and stuff. You get into that travel realm hockey, and you're going to Canada to play for a weekend, and the next weekend you're down in, Pittsburgh playing for a weekend, and then the travel world is you need a parent.
And you gotta have like hand warmers in the arena.
Sometimes
you gotta have extra clothing. Grosse Ile beat Ann Arbor, Gabriel Richard 2-1. Trenton beat St. Francis 5-2. Interestingly enough, Trenton had 29 shots on goal, made 5 of them, and St. Francis had 26 shots on goal and made 2. So Trenton beat them 5-2.
Rolling again, that Trenton team.
Yeah. Gabriel Richard is going to play Liggett on February 7th at 7:30. And let's not forget, Wyandotte Athlete of the Week,
Oh, cool.
Bianca Hawthorne. Did she do it again?
That name sounds familiar.
Maybe she did it again. She's a 3-sport athlete. Bianca deserves this, even if it's our second time talking about it, because she's a 3-sport athlete: volleyball, basketball, and soccer.
Okay.
She's one of the leading scorers and one of the better defenders in soccer. So, go ahead, Bianca.
I have to get one of my bowlers on that Athlete of the Week thing going down.
And
You got to bowl better first, though, ladies.
And I bet you it's something to do with athlete/academics. It's got to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I can give, Brooklyn Forester last weekend, shot 199 game, had an open in the 7th frame, bowled a good game. Today she was solid, missed a couple spares, but she was solid enough. She's my anchor bowler for a reason.
That's right.
We had a 188 Baker game today. We averaged about 150, 140. So we haven't had much success with Bakers, and we had 2 open frames and a couple of doubles and got up to 188. Won
good.
that one. Then we lost the second Baker, but we won the match. That's all that matters.
Oh, yeah.
19-11, if anyone's keeping score.
Yeah, everybody's keeping score at home.
That's right. Wrestling. I got some wrestling news for the Downriver League. Allen Park took first place at the Downriver League Championships. That's a big tournament that goes on, and I think Wyandotte hosts that. I'm not sure. But by doing so, Carlson, with the runner-up finish at the Downriver League, wins the Downriver League title.
Nice.
Which is interesting how that plays out, because it just they all the schools compete, and Carlson, even though Allen Park won the meet, Carlson was close second, and with the head-to-heads and everything that goes on, your league champions for this year is Carlson, who had to split that last year with the Wyandotte Bears. Almost I said Indians at first.
Yeah. I know what you meant.
Yeah, without a doubt. I got a few stats, though, here. I was playing on my phone. Roosevelt finished the day at 4th place. They had 208 points. And they individually, farther. Roosevelt, Zach Allman, 285. Okay, that's a heavyweight. He had a good performance on a day, winning 3 matches by fall. Before himself, he got pinned by Nick Martinez in the first place match. Tyler Mayville, sound familiar?
Yeah.
Football, picked up a 3rd place finish, and Caleb Andrzejczyk and Donovan Stone each settled for 4th place finishes. I don't see anything about our the running back stud for the football team. What's his name? Come on.
Biondo.
Biondo.
Yeah.
I don't see him in here anywhere.
Maybe he took the week off. He's a 3-sport star.
Well, he might have qualified already for
Yeah.
whatever, or maybe he's hurting because he did have a sore ankle. But yeah, 4 Bears got some ink. That's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I got a little wrestling as well. Last week, Southgate beat Trenton and Taylor in their tri-meet. Some of the winners against Trenton included Darren Jordan, Logan Randall, Jackson Sage, and then against Taylor, Sam Wilhelm, Devin Jordan won again, Brett Quick. I love that name for a wrestler. Quick.
I like
He's
that.
quick. Yeah, and then Logan Randall. So they got a couple wins apiece as Southgate beat both Trenton and Taylor in a tri-meet. So yeah, wrestling. You gotta love it.
I have Trillium Academy. Olivia Schmer. It might be Schumer. It might be a typo, as it just says Schmer. She signed a national letter of intent to play volleyball at Madonna University.
Oh, that's a good
And
school.
playing sports at Madonna, I understand it's not cheap. And then one more I have, Woodhaven's Alexis Stratton. She's going to play softball, and here's one I don't know where. Ohio Wesleyan University.
Wesleyan.
You know where that is?
It's in Ohio,
Thank you.
but it's 75 south. I've seen it on the sign. It's before you get to Bowling Green. I think Bowling Green's an hour and 15 minutes away, but you see the Ohio Wesleyan sign as you're
Gotcha.
going that way. 75 towards Cleveland-ish, but I've seen it. Congratulations. It's nothing like continuing to do something you love to do on a higher level. So no, congratulations to them, and we look forward to seeing it.
And on basketball, one more thing before Dearborn is the 4th-ranked team in Division I in the boys in the state AP rankings.
Dearborn boys basketball?
Yes, they're 17-0.
Dearborn High?
It must be,
All right.
unless they're a Dearborn United, but that was like hockey.
Yeah, and Dearborn High is Pioneers. Etzel Ford is something else.
Yeah, that's the only really downriver team. Division II, Romulus Summit Academy, they're 13-2.
Yeah.
They're 4th-ranked in Division II. Division III, Gabriel Richard, they're top 8.
Okay.
Not bad. And Division IV, Taylor Trillium. They're always in the mix. They're 15-1. They're the number 2 ranked team in the state. Allen Park Inner City Baptist is 10th.
They're always pretty good, too.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Little news there. I wonder if there's any Downriver girls teams in the. No, nothing on the girls' side. 1, 2, 3, or Division IV.
Big Sunday?
It could be. It is Super Bowl Sunday, isn't it?
That's a big
I
Sunday.
usually sit at home, mind my own business, watch it, keep my square sheets in front of me like this. I'll spread out on the table so I don't.
Oh, no, what we do, because I have 4 daughters, is my wife puts together, they grade the commercials.
Ah,
So they do like a family group text, and
I like it.
This commercial's a 7, this commercial's an 8, this is that. I'm like, all
we
right.
pick up little cards and hold them up like that.
No, it's a group text. Yeah,
okay.
you're texting, you're inside the house, but there's also people my mom and different people that play as well.
Which way you think that game's leaning? It started out, all the money was on KC, and now they're not giving San Fran much of a chance.
don't
Last
know.
I looked.
I know in the beginning that KC was an underdog because they talked a lot about how Mahomes was like 10-1 as an underdog. But it was only like 1.5 points or something like that. I'd have to talk to my business partner, Oz Jones, to see exactly.
He might know. Here, look over there and see
what the number is. But no, man, I'm super excited for it. And it's in Vegas. So how could you beat
You know, my
that?
trade show is in Vegas right now. It started today, and it's going to start tomorrow. I mean, you could get there today and check in, and then you go and you walk the floor and all the new products. And on top of that, all the classes you can learn. I was going to send Kimmy and my employee, but neither one could go. I mean, I was going to plan this months ago, and they were like, I'm not going. And then we realized that Sunday would be Super Bowl. We were getting out of there Friday. And I was like, well, if the Lions would have been in, I probably would have went in debt. But that's why they make credit cards for you that don't understand. You just put it on this little gold card, and then you pay it off for the rest of your life.
Yeah. And earn points.
And earn points.
Yeah,
That's
go
right.
different places. No, man, but I think that'll be a great venue in Vegas. So I'm
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
it's gonna
excited
be-
to see, man.
Gonna
like,
be packed.
yeah,
the town.
how they roll it out. Yeah, so we wish the Lions were there. Most of you guys do, and but we got KC versus San Fran. If you would have said that at the beginning of the year, I would have believed you. You know,
Yeah.
those are two really good teams, and so man, I'm hoping we get a good Super Bowl. There's not a lot of times that I can remember where there's been like 24, 23, like real close.
And Usher will be stellar. He's doing a halftime show. I like Usher. I know his catalog somewhat.
Okay.
I do. I had teenage daughter, you know.
Yeah.
I know the catalog a little bit. It'll be a good show, good time.
It'll be interesting to see who he brings. You know, a lot of times I think the entertainers do well if they bring somebody additional out, but I don't know Usher well enough to know who he sings with, like in the duel.
Right.
you
Well,
know,
yeah,
so,
you never know.
yeah, so
We
it should
shall
be
see.
fun. Yeah.
Well, that's how you get a hold of us, localsportswrapup@gmail.com. Next Monday, we will do this again, and I will say that it'll be the day after the Super Bowl. So that will be, we'll have something else a little bit to talk about. Plus, the schools are going strong. Everybody's getting ready for regionals. So we will see everyone in a week. Ken, always a pleasure. We both come scrambling up here after the last minute. I've still got my Wyandotte coaching clothes on. And I will see you in a week. And I don't know. I kind of think if I was betting, I'd take Kansas City. But I'm not going to count the other team out either because they were getting annihilated by the Lions and they won fair and square. So who knows?
Yeah.
Game's never over till it's over. I'm Marty Janeski. That's Ken Brown. We are your hosts of Local Sports Wrap Up. See everybody in a week. Go Bears.